to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a full glam look on like a Christmas look. I want this video just to be just me putting on makeup, talking a bit of shit, trying out some new products as per usual. I've got this Fenty Beauty liquid lipstick that I really want to use for this, so I'm gonna make this the main feature of the whole look. I've also got a new foundation from NARS that I want to try out, and I've also got an eyeshadow palette from BH Cosmetics that I also want to try out because I've heard really good reviews about this baby. So starting off, I'm just going to be taking the Foolproof brow powder from Benefit. This is in the shade number 3. And because I got my brows tinted yesterday and waxed, I don't really need to fill them in with a pencil. I'm just going to do a bit of powder. So I'm just going to take the lightest shade on this side first. So just taking the lightest shade, I'm just going to pop this through the front of the brow. And I'm going to focus the darker shade on like the end of the brow just to get that like ombre effect sort of thing. And the brush that I'm using is just the angled Benefit brow brush, which is perfect because it's so dense and it really packs on the powder exactly where you want it to go. And then I'm just going to take the darker shade at the end of the compact and just put that right on the end of my eyebrow. Yes, come on brows. I love when I first get my brows waxed and tinted because they're like perfect. I don't know where I was going with that. So I actually need to extend the end of my brow. Oh my god, this is so messy. So I'm just going to take the Benefit Brow Zings in the shade number 3. And I'm just going to take the wax part of it, because I'm just going to use this just to add a little bit of length onto the tail of my brow. And then just to set that in place, I'm just going to take the darker shade from the brow powder kit and just set everything and fill everything in. I'm then just going to take a little bit of Benefit's Gimmie Brow in the shade number 3. Every brow product that I use from Benefit is in the number 3, just letting you guys know. And I'm just going to brush the hairs upwards, and this is just going to tint like little blondies I've got in there and make the brows stick and stay in place all day. So now that both of my brows are done, I'm just going to be taking the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Creme Brûlée. Creme Brûlée. Every single time I hear the word creme brulee, I'm just like, oh my god. High School Musical, when they were singing that song, creme brulee, keep your voice down low, not another word. And then Ciate comes in and she's like, everybody shut the fuck up because I have had enough. Alright, so I'm just going to take that on a flat shader brush. This is the Zoeva 233 Cream Shader. And I'm just going to go to town and conceal these brows, hon. Lily, stop hitting things! I'm just going to drag this concealer down onto my lid. Dickhead here forgot to wet his beauty blender, as per usual, so he's actually going to get off his fat ass, so he'll be back. Now I'm just going to blend all this out. Before that gets a chance to crease, I'm just going to set it with some of the Australis powder in the shade Nude. Just straight over the top, just lightly. So just dipping into the BH Cosmetics palette, I'm just going to take this peachy sort of color, just uses my transition. Why is there something in my eye? And I'm just going to pop this into my crease. And this is going to be the transition that goes between the brow and the lid color. I'm just going to bring the shade all the way into my inner corner and kind of just like buff it out on the edge. And then I'm just going to take like this darker sort of transition, just from lighter to darker. This is the XO Beauty eyeshadow blender. This is like my everything. And I'm going to blend this through my crease area. I'm then just taking a clean blending brush and just blending those two together, and more so just blending out the edges. Okay. Cool beans, bruh. Cool bananas. Cool fucking bananas. The next shade I'm going to dip into is like this cool toned light brown. And I'm just going to pop this into like the outer part of my eye. I'm tapping off the brush as I add more, by the way. And slowly going to bring it into the inner corner here. Alright, so I'm quite happy with how that's looking. I'm then just going to take a more dense brush. This is the XO Beauty Small Blender. And I'm just going to take the darker brown. And I'm just going to pop this right on the outer V. Holy shit, these eyeshadows are so pigmented. And I'm also going to bring this right in to the inner corner, just a little bit lower than the shadows before. And then I'm just going to lightly buff those shades. Not going too high though, just so I don't lose the transition. Now to add some black, I'm just going to be taking this palette from NARS. This is the Man Roy palette, and I'm just going to be taking the black shade out of it because the BH one doesn't have a black in it. Unfortunately, if it did, it'd be perfect, but it doesn't. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the shadow, and I'm just going to pop this right in to the outer V. Super pigmented, this black, which is fab. Then I'm just going to take a bit more of that darker brown and just blend over the edge of the black. Okay, so the other eye is now done, but I'm just going to take a little bit of that black shadow from the NARS palette, and I'm going to put it on my inner corner. I'm going to kind of blend that into the middle. This is super full glam, by the way, like, fuck me. Now I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Fair Beige, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that on the back of my hand. Okay, now I'm just going to take a little bit of the concealer and just dot it on my lid. Just going to change to a smaller brush. That's so much better. And then I'm just going to take this other little brush and just kind of dab the edges of the concealer and more so like blend it into that shadow. I'm then just going to go back into the NARS palette and I'm going to take the gold shade and I'm going to pack this onto like the middle. And I'm just going to kind of pack the shadow into the outer edges and it will just kind of blend itself together. And then just going to take a little bit more of the black from the NARS palette and kind of just like tap it over the edges just to blend everything in completely. I'm going to kind of bring the black up and like fade it into the middle. So this is pretty much the eye look. I'm really impressed with it. I haven't really done like a middle cut crease like this before. I know it's taking forever, but I'm getting there. Now it's time for a wing. I'm just going to be taking the NYC liquid eyeliner and I'm just going to do a big fuck off wing. Pretty much big fuck off wing. Now for a little bit of mascara, I'm just going to take the Ciate London Wonderland mascara. Okay, I've just popped a little bit of mascara on, and now I'm just going to be taking the Velour Lashes. These are in the style You Complete Me. Just a few things about Velour Lashes. These can be used up to 25 times, so you can like clean them and reuse them like up to 25 times. You could probably use them more. These are handmade, and the whole effect that they have on your eyes just gives like a nice soft natural look. And these are one of the easiest lash brands to apply just because the lash band is so thin on them, and it's fab. And also I do have a discount code and I will leave it on the screen right now and down below. Thank you. Still haven't done this eye yet. I'm gonna do it after I've got this one done because it's pissing me off. I'm just gonna blow on it for a little bit. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of extra mascara just on the ends to get them really popping. You don't have to add mascara, but I always like to add mascara to all my fake lashes. Alright, I'm just going to do this eye and then I'll come back and we'll get started on the face. Oh my god, it feels like it's taking forever. Okay, so now that my eyes are pretty much done, well the top parts are, let's get started on my face. So for my primer, I'm just going to be using the Becca Backlight primer just to give a nice Christmas glow. No, that was so lame. Just to give a nice glow to my skin. This honestly smells so incredibly good. So, for foundation, I've got this new one here from NARS. It is called the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Shake well before use. So I've got two different shades. I've got Yukon and Oslo. So I think one's a little bit too light and one's a little bit, like, too dark. So I'm just going to mix the two together and see what happens. Comes with a pump on top, which is fab. Love getting a foundation that already comes with a pump. It's always the best. Alright, I'm just gonna dot this. I'm just gonna dot that all over, and then I'm just gonna grab my beauty blender and dip into a little bit of the foundation, and then start blending it out. Wow, this is really good coverage. Natural. I don't think so, hun. Okay. So I'm just blending this in, and it's blending out so well. I'm just gonna slightly take this down my neck a little bit, but we can bronze that up afterwards just so it all comes together nicely. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. First time using this, and I really like it. This is the first NARS foundation I've ever tried. I've never even tried the Sheer Glow from NARS. So, because apparently that one's really light coverage, but this is just like a whole new level of coverage. I'm just going to take a little bit of this foundation and just conceal the tops of my brows. And I'm just going to do my forehead. Yes. I love these brows. They're like low-key Instagram brows, as people like to call them. And from what I can tell so far, this foundation hasn't oxidized at all. So impressed with this foundation. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I love it. Now I'm just going to take the Tarte Shape Tape again, and I'm just going to highlight my T-zone and also my under eyes. And for good luck, I'm just going to add a little bit of the NARS concealer just to kind of make it a little bit less white. Is this still recording? Testing one, fuck yeah! Right, I'm just gonna start by blending out my forehead. The concealer is blending really well over the foundation too. It's not like taking it off or anything like that. Okay, so now just to set my under eyes, I'm just gonna be taking the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Fair Claire, just to bake the situation. And I'm just gonna bake that right under my eye. Also gonna press it into the sides of my nose. I cannot tell you how many times someone's called my buzzer today to drop off a parcel. Like, literally, this video has taken so long to get done. The Australia Post is fucking with me. So now to set the rest of the foundation in place, I'm just going to take the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and I'm just going to dab that in. This is going to give a little bit of, like, colour back as well as setting the foundation. Now to get these under eyes finished off, I'm just going to take a little bit of the orange shade from the BH Cosmetics palette. Gonna add some more for good luck. I'm then just gonna take a little bit of that darker brown and just pop it right up against my lash line too. Then I'm just gonna go straight in on my waterline with the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. Then I'm just gonna take some more of that darker brown and just this little smudger brush and just blend it down. Next, I'm just gonna be taking the Benefit Hoola Light and starting to contour and carve out my cheekbones and my whole entire face. The brush I'm using is from BH Cosmetics. It's My Ray Ray number 2. So this is from the It's My Ray Ray collaboration. I'm loving these brushes lately. Also just contouring the jawline and under my chin. And also my forehead. Now, because I just want a little bit more of extra contouring, I'm just going to take the regular Hoola and I'm just going to go in and deepen up the contour. Then for blush, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of this pink blush here from Makeup Forever. This is from the Jessie J collection, I think. I'm not sure. They're just all in a compact, so I'm just going to give this a whirl. Just going to be adding a tiny little bit of this. It looks super hot pink in the pan, but when it goes on, it looks different. I like it. I like it more than what it looks in the pan. Now I'm also just going to wipe off my under eye bake because it's been there for so long. And for my bottom lashes, I'm just going to take a little bit of the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. Now also for my highlighter, I'm just going to take this highlighter out of the Makeup Forever palette. And I'm just going to pop this. Oh wow. On my cheeks. I haven't actually ever tried the Makeup Forever highlighters before, so this is a moment to remember. Stunning. And I'm also just going to pop a little bit under my brow bone. And also just going to hit my inner corners as well. And also on my inner corners, I'm just going to take the Heavy Metal liner from Urban Decay in the shade Midnight Cowboy. And I'm just going to kind of dot that on my inner corners just to give a nice bit of glitter. So last but not least now, I'm just going to be applying the Fenty liquid lipstick in the shade Uncensored. This is what the whole look is about, so I better do it right because the doe foot applicator looks a bit cooked. So I'm obviously not going to talk when I do this, so and now to finish off the whole look, I'm just going to be taking the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. Oh, it's both. I don't know how that works, but okay guys, so this is the completed look and everything is done. I know this video went for quite some time, but I really wanted to change it up and do something a little bit different on the eyes and, you know, just take my time and play with a bit of makeup because I haven't done that in such a long time. So this is going to be the last video that you're going to be seeing of me until Christmas is over. So today is Friday and I don't think you'll be seeing me until like next Wednesday at least, or maybe Thursday. I just don't want to upload over the Christmas break because I know everyone's going to be super busy and no one's really going to be interested in watching YouTube videos. I'm definitely not. I'm going to be keeping like off social media and just having a bit of a break. I'm going to see my family, so I'm so excited to see my mum, my dad, my sister, my auntie, my cousins, Tyson, extended family and friends. This is going to be so good. I love Christmas so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up and I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and you stay super safe, drink responsibly, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. I love you guys and I'll see you after Christmas. Mwah! Fucking see ya! Ew!